Welcome to LP Financial Services. Free membership is available at www.fxreturn.com. Hello, welcome to the LP Financial Services Market Quick View Report for the Euro and the British Pound for Wednesday, August 6, 2008. It's coming up on 1800 GMT, 2 p.m. on Wall Street, and you see the Euro trade in the background, 54.16 right now. We've sold off considerably from our all-time high at 60.37. We had a head and shoulders pattern up here. They kind of kicked it off. We broke down through support, could only rally to a retracement and then right back down. So we're trading at the bottom of this interior trend channel at 54.17. As you can see, we have our supports at 52.85. and then 1.5 onwards to 48.12. This is a 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the dailies. We had a technical double top up here, and if you've been following along with our research, you'll know we pointed this out. There was a head and shoulders that made up the second top, and then we came back down. 54.81 was an important level. That's this exponential moving average. You can see our supports coming in at 52.85, and then our first retracement level at 48.12, I think is a reasonable area to look. The MACD is still building to the downside. Not much pullback here, and the MACD is, stochastics have yet to come back up through the 20 level, so it doesn't appear that we're extremely oversold at this point. So let's look at those levels. The dollar's fighting back right now. The euro's up here in rarefied air. We do have a technical double top, and we'll have to see how far the dollar can push back. When we look at the British pound, we see the same story. The British pound got up to the 2.0 level, but right here at 98, it started to look weak when we broke through here, and now we have retouched this old line of support, which was our previous resistance. I have a number of 94.60 as our support. We've been holding on to this level for a while, 94.60. Below that, we have 93.31 and 91.80 beneath us. To the upside, resistance is at 95.93, 97.58, and 98.80. Right now, the MACD does appear to be building some momentum to the downside, still building. We could get hung up on this trend line again, but at 93.31, I think that's our best next chance for support. When we look at the 4-hour chart, you see that we have penetrated through this interior trend line, as opposed to in the euro, when we take a look, we're just trading on the 4 hours at the bottom of that trend line. Look at the pound, well through it. We are curling back a little bit on the British pound here. So let's look at this 94.60 as an area that we could see a potential bounce. When we look at the New Zealand dollar, it's filled out its interior trend line on the daily charts. And look at our levels right here. 71.80. I mean, are we on it or what? 71.80 exact. That was the bottom of the trend channel. We've had this as a main support. Below that, I can only look at 1.7 as a key level. We've got to break back through this 20 line and come back on this MACD to have any hopes of that. And below that, I got 68.33. Resistance now moves up to 73.50, and it will move to 71.80. But for now, I think that's the target area, and we've achieved it in the New Zealand dollar. This has been leading the way to the downside. When we look at our, there's a daily chart, New Zealand dollar, quite a big pullback. Euro, not so much. And the pound just hanging towards its bottoms, trying to fill out. So that's the outlook today for the euro, the British pound, New Zealand dollar. Although we could see a little bounce up here, somewhere in here, I think eventually in the near term, we have to look at those lower levels. Breaks of 71.80 to 7.0, breaks of 94.87 to 93.31, and breaks of 54.17 down to the 52.85. There's been some good levels that we've been following along for. Let's take a look at what we got for the rest of the week. When we go to our LP Financial Services website and hit our calendar, this is our whole calendar of news events that we trade with our TON, trade on news software. For the rest of the day today, we've got New Zealand unemployment rate coming in at 22.45 GMT, looking for a little higher, and we do have a TON, trade on news plan for that. Later on that day, it will be actually tomorrow on their GMT times at 1:30 GMT. We got the Aussie employment change, 3 stars, 4K, forecast, a lot different than the actual 29.8, and we have a TON trade on news plan for any surprise. But we're all waiting for tomorrow's big official bank rate out of the UK, followed up 45 minutes later at 11:45 GMT, the euro minimum bid rate, looking for both to be unchanged. The forecast is the actual 5% hold true. Any surprise, we do have a trade on news plan for this to help capture any surprise in the market. And as we look for the rest of the week, we round out with Friday. We have our Canadian employment change figures coming in on Friday at 1100 GMT. That's 7 a.m. on Wall Street. 3 stars, high impact, big employment change from previous -5 to +5. We have a TON, trade on news plan, also for that. So be sure to check the website at fxreturn.com. We have our LP intraday trading signals, our LP swings trading signals, which have had a great run lately, and our TON auto trading software, which if you've been following along with our videos in our member center, you can see the types of signals that we can generate with that. So for Wednesday, August 6th, this has been your LP Financial Services Market Quick View for the Euro and the British Pound. And be sure to stay with us for our TON, Trade on News plan, for our New Zealand employment change figures later today at 22:45 GMT. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.